Hi everybody. So we've got a different podcast for you right now, and it's about that man right up there. As you can see, he's not normally that tall. He's probably never been that high in his life. But the poisonous little twat bag that he is, Dennis Wise. He's been all over Newcastle United feeds in regards to social media, Facebook, Twitter. He's been blocking people left, right and centre. I've been a victim of that tonight because I tagged him in a photo of the podcast. So
only asked if he wanted to come on and have a little chat about his comments.
Yeah, so
obviously he didn't.
His comments on being Sport. So shall I have a quick little recap of what he said? So once again, he's out there defending.
He said Mike Ashley's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he said that Newcastle fans don't deserve him because he's so lovely, and he's got us out of the shit so many times.
Basically, in a nutshell, yeah.
And he also said Rafa needs to stop whinging because he's never going to get a job anywhere else except at Newcastle.
Right, going back to the very start, in regards to Wise was brought into the club by Mike Ashley. Okay, Wise was very lucky to even get a job at any level in regards to a, especially director football.
He met
That's
them
what
when,
he was classed as.
When they were pissed, you know.
Yes.
Mortal
Well, that doesn't surprise us whatsoever.
And
he'd get a job in a tiny-faced head shop.
Or a pantomime, those after dwarfs.
Yeah, but he's busy at Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
Definitely.
Do well at Christmas.
Do elves.
Picking up soap in a prison cell or a bath.
Well, he's avoided prison once.
Yeah.
Anything else, Fab? Small people do well.
Don't have to bend over to give blowjobs.
I mean, he's probably going to feel them for Mike. Like, could use his head as like a resting place for Mike's belly.
Probably has done that.
He's a little cockeyed twat, isn't he?
His eyes are really strange. We're just going to spend the next 10 minutes just abusing him.
To be fair, that picture doesn't really do justice how much of his, like, how small his face is on his head.
He looks like he's got a photoshopped face.
It's like,
not in a good way.
I think that's been photoshopped to.
No, mate, that's an actual photo. Like
face look bigger.
That's an actual photo. That even his hand and that side.
Even the hat.
No, that's
like nothing's been edited on that
that's
photo whatsoever.
That
does look like Harry Hill.
Dennis Wise's face on Harry Hill's body.
Yeah, so his comments on being Sport, he was surrounded by his little bellend mates.
It's every week now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a quartet of absolute fuckheads.
Keys,
Grey.
Bloody Allardyce this week as well.
A mix of Allardyce or some of that prick.
Yeah, like imagine like a social club.
They should have had friggin' Bellamy on as well.
I'm sure he's been on it before with them arseholes. Pierre Reid was on it the week before, slagging him off.
No,
being Sports it just seems like it's a platform right now to defend Mike Ashley and have digs at Newcastle United fans and have digs at Rafa.
They're all in Bishop's pocket.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You can see right now that Rafa's got his friends in the media defending him in regards to likes of Carragher. Ashley's gone the other way, and it looks like the likes of Bishop is getting as many people out as possible to try and build a wall, isn't it?
It's no coincidence that they are clients of Keith Bishop, is it?
None at all. So Dennis Wise's comments basically saying Ashley had invested £250 million in the club, right?
Can I just clarify, is that true or is that a blatant lie?
Yeah, it's a lie, isn't it? It depends on what you're saying in regards to... He probably has put about £250 million in there, but let's have a look at how much he's taken out at the same time. Well, it's all good what Dennis Wise was saying.
He must have put that much in over 10 years.
Yes, including the loans and stuff like that, yeah.
100 million.
It seems like when people are mentioning Mike Ashley and defend him, they talk about how much money he's put into the club. They never mention how much money he's came out to the club. And they keep on mentioning about this loan, this interest-free loan.
How much free advertising.
Exactly.
How much revenue he generates.
This is the point I'm getting at.
It's propaganda, absolute propaganda.
They mention this interest-free loan, okay?
Dennis Wise said more and more every bloody week.
Dennis Wise says, without that loan, Newcastle would have went bust. Right. Guess what? Newcastle, right, we might have been in financial difficulties. But do you know how you solve that? You fucking sell advertising boards in the ground, right? We've got God knows how many millions of advertising boards sat there not making any money because Ashley's got Sports Direct Plus at all over the fuckers, right? Okay, so if we're looking at over the last 10 years, the money which hasn't been received for the club in regards to sponsorship and advertisement around the ground, that 100 million, surely that should have been paid off by now in regards to advertisement within the ground.
That's one part. I mean, for me, you go back to the window again this year, which is the same scenario we'll have every single year. But if let's say it's 144 million, isn't it, this debt that we'll have? Or sorry, the interest-free loan.
Yeah.
If we've made profit again on transfers. Now, if he says, right, there's 7 players, that's what I've paid. But all that profit that I've had, which is 34 million or 20 odd million, we're loan's only 110.
Yeah.
I'd probably sit here and go, well, all right.
Fair enough.
It's not. I'd still rather the playing squad get that money, but at least that interest rate doesn't change no matter who we sell.
There's 20 million
change.
there.
Where is the money?
In his
exactly
in
right.
his fucking pocket.
You think, oh, there's 20 million profit there. Ashley turns around and say, right, I understand we need to invest in the training facilities because they're fucking outdated. The shopping compared a lot of Premier League clubs.
Oh, he said that a
The
few
fit
years
for
ago.
purpose.
He doesn't put that fit for purpose exactly. So basically, it just means they'll do.
Shite, man.
They aren't,
Shite.
so they weren't fit for purpose, and we need to invest. A couple of years back.
All the designs were there.
But now,
What
they're fine.
What happened there?
They're fine because we finished 10th.
What
Yes.
happened there? Is that? I don't think it was just that. What? Because that's true.
That was his exact.
It's because
statement.
the thing is,
We obviously don't need to invest in the training club because we finished 10th last season.
I'm shocked
in
he
the
even
Premier
went to the length of actually getting
Design.
plans. I can't even believe we got that far.
do you not think it's all a smoke screen? It's always been a smoke screen on
There
that.
is a lot. Aye. No, you're right. Aye.
And he's turning around thinking,
It is, aye.
why should I spend this money when I'm looking
But
to
he's
sell
not-
a club?
he's-
Is he
he's not
trying to
that
sell a club?
His other mate joking here came out at the time and said we needed to invest and we were going to invest and we were going to build
But we got
a new
relegated,
academy.
didn't we?
Yeah, all
We
of
got
it.
relegated at that. So I think the plans were meant to start in May or something, but we got relegated that year. Which, hey, all right, fair enough. Maybe
So
you,
why
you
doesn't that
can't.
just delay it for 12 months.
No, understandable, put it
yes,
on hold.
it's understandable
Delay
put it on
for
hold. You know what I mean?
24 months.
Because you might not come back up. But
You don't
obviously-
delay for fucking 12 years.
Oh no, not at all. No, what I'm saying is delaying it at that actual moment was I can understand, but for them not to ever do anything else is ridiculous.
Perhaps they've had, a bit of memory loss and forgot that they made these comments.
Bellamy really pissed us off as well, the other day.
No, he's a knob.
Is-
Absolute knobhead.
'Cause he said he was arguing about this scenario. And the bottom line of his story at the end, because I don't know if it was he ran out of ideas or whatever, but he was trying to say is, why are we so upset when what he was saying was, I know every year this is going to happen, that Ashley's not going to spend any money. So why is everyone making such a fuss about it, and why are the fans getting so pissed off? That was really what he meant at the end of the argument, was that. And I'm thinking, well, what? Like, what kind of statement's that?
It's because he said, the thing is,
You know what's going to happen, so you
It got
shouldn't be bothered
mentioned-
by
That's that's
was
what he
his
said
whole
at the end.
sentiment.
it got
And I was
mentioned. It got mentioned on Bein Sports. Dennis Wise mentioned the interview that Ashley done. He went, "Oh, well, he done a really good interview for Sky Sports." Fuck you, man. Like, how is that a really good interview? Because he went out and talked to his fucking mate. What's his face? Is he called David Craig?
David Craig.
Like, he's another one who's backs Ashley all the way, because once again, it's this tiny little clique that's out in the media to try and portray Ashley as this fucking, well, not necessarily God, but not as a villain. To Newcastle fans, he is that villain, and you keep saying, "Oh, well, I'm just a pantomime villain." No, mate, you're just a general arsehole.
But he's a villain because he's made himself the villain.
Of course.
There's nobody
He
else
comes
to
out-
blame in this but him.
It's been proven in court. He's a proven liar. He's misled Newcastle fans. That's been proven. So why are we to believe an interview that he goes into the Sky Sports to one of his mates?
But to be fair, he's proven himself a liar yet again in the two interviews he's done on Sky Sports, because he's talked about the fact that every penny that is
Club
generated
generates.
will go back to Rafa.
It's quite incredible how many times he does fuck himself over. And I'm quite gullible in the sense sometimes like, all right, we've
the
got
first
Rafa
time
now,
he did it-
and I'll give him another chance.
Yeah.
And it's just year after year.
The
Isn't
first
it?
time he
same
did it
shit,
against West
The
Ham,
West Ham game.
it was totally out of the blue.
It was, wasn't
We
it?
we were stood watching it in the
Goose.
Goose,
On the
and
Goose,
it was
yeah.
like,
Bolting the horse on the carriage
Wow.
and all that shit.
and it was like, right, you've shit yourself here because we're very, very close to getting relegated. We survived on that day, and right, this is where you can put things right. Give him his dues. He did invest the money that
did.
summer,
Yeah, he did.
although with
To the wrong
person.
Yeah.
But it's as if he forgets what he says. But that doesn't mean the quotes go away. It doesn't mean that the evidence of what you've said,
But these
what you
pricks
came up with, go away.
do forget them comments like of your wises and your
But
abilities.
that's because people that don't know what they're saying are blatant lies listen to that and go, "All right, yeah, that might
The
actually
thing
be
is,
all right."
we
isn't he?
we mentioned this,
He's a
I
canny
think
fella.
it was last week. The likes of Bein Sports going across the world, right? It's not just obviously it's over in Dubai or Doha, wherever it is. It's a worldwide thing. Bein Sports, so that's going to aid all the overseas fans, right? They're going to believe that the spout that these people are saying, and
it looks shit for us, doesn't it? As fans, like,
Of
when
course
they think,
it does.
The right twats them.
And that's why you almost need that balanced view of, because that came out on Sunday on Sky Sports when you had Bellamy in Carragher. Carragher was absolutely
amazing.
But in all fairness, last season Carragher was in that opposite camp, where he didn't understand because he got called out about it on Twitter. However, he then went away and did his research, and he then came out and said it on his own Twitter feed. Wow, how wrong am I?
Yeah, well, even
because he listened to the fans, he looked at the evidence, he looked what had happened.
Well, last week Andy Gray was saying I'd spend 100 million.
Yeah, again, and I you had said about selling players and stuff, and I agreed that some of the players that sold, no problems with that, my members and your Mitroviches, blah blah blah. But then he says, "Oh, well, he's put 110 million in last year," and I was like, "Whoa, what?"
I know.
Like,
it's these figures that just make up.
Where's that coming from? Like, what on earth are you talking about? And that's what pisses you off. And hey, at the end of the day, right, I'm going to be honest. I watched the Sunday supplement as well, right, and them talk about clubs, and there's no pundit can know every single club to the detail that we know, and I get that. So if Carragher says one thing and then he comes out with, actually I got that totally wrong, then that's fair enough. I know it's your profession and your job, you should know, but you're not going to know everything. But it's when you see Bellamy, I'm telling you, he was arguing the same drum all the time, and then I think Carragher so much called him out, then got, well, what I really mean is that they should know what's going to happen, so why they're upset. That was his argument. I'm like, that is utter bullshit. That.
There was a funny bit where actually Carragher actually called Bellamy out on being part of the problem and stuff like that. And his face proper dropped. It was quite funny.
It's so frustrating, and I know we shouldn't be wasting much time on these people, but
are you not? I have me going on Twitter because I'm sick of seeing his name.
Dennis Wise.
Sick of seeing his name.
We're doing loads for his career right now.
I know. I just wish I wish they just wouldn't even talk about him. Just he said what he said. I mean, we're doing it, but he said what he said. Just fuck him. I didn't care what you said.
He's
move
not,
on. Just move on. Not
important.
But I'm scrolling up. It's just Dennis Wise. Dennis Wise. Dennis. Fuck. It just really gets to us like.
It was the same.
Giving them more airtime.
Last season when Janus came out and had his comments and stuff like that, and obviously he went into hiding and stuff like that because of what he'd said.
Because I found a wank sock on his stairs.
That's why he blocked him.
He blocked us as well.
But to be fair, we then sat here and talked about it.
Of course. But you do this. It's a fan reaction thing.
I know. There's more and more though. There's Shola on there last week.
Shola disappointed.
There just seems to be more and more.
So yeah, I totally missed that. Like
joining this wagon of Ashley, we're being too harsh on him, and it's all wrong, and he's the villain.
Well, what Dennis Wise also said, he said that Ashley deserves credit for bringing Rafa into the club. Go back to Rafa's last interview. Ashley's last interview.
He comes out.
I've got nothing to do with manager.
Exactly.
It's nothing to do with me. So how are we giving someone credit for something which he doesn't have a fucking play in? Like, and then he goes out and says,
"There's no way Charlie said I'll give you $4 million a year."
He's gone. Well, where's Rafa going to go?
No,
if he could leave Newcastle, where's he going to go? It's not the fucking point.
Yeah, that was
it's no relevance.
He'd walk into any job.
What?
There's no fucking relevance whatsoever to anything.
I'll be honest, I turned that one off actually, but did Andy Gray or anyone not say like no like
no agree with him
because they were like yeah absolutely,
because it was a bad time for his career because he had just been sacked from Madrid and he hadn't had a job for 6 months.
Nah, I disagree.
That's basically what they're saying.
Well, another thing that's funny as well, West Ham, right? I hate West Ham more than anything, right? Why is he in that? Where I remember I seen a thing on, I think it was BN Sports again when they won about West Ham. This was going back maybe a year or so ago. He was defending their fans for like invading the pitch. You say, well, that's a bit over the top, but I understand why they've done it because they want to make a change. And I'm thinking, so isn't this the same club that's moved stadium, this lovely, brand new, beautiful thing, and they've spent, how much money did West Ham spend last year? Right? Because everyone was going,
and
this year. And they're right for having a go, and we're wrong for having a go.
Just look about the Pardew situation. We got slated for not wanting him as a manager.
Aye.
Look at 2 seasons down the line.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, oh, maybe Newcastle fans are right. Fucking yes, we're right. We're right now. Ashley's a knob.
Yeah, I don't understand the drill. I don't get why it's like that, to be honest. But maybe it's because they're on the Ashley payroll or whatever it is. You know what I mean? The Wisey situation isn't. I'm not shocked by that in a way because obviously he's probably thinking I might get back in there. Or if Ashley ever goes and buys another club, I might get another job in there. So he's just trying to keep him nice. He's just trying to keep him nice. But when there's other people saying
that's the thing, though, he can't come back to Newcastle.
No, I'm not saying here. Of course he won't. Jesus Christ.
He was paid to leave
because of the whole Keegan thing and everything. And Kinnear was there at the time. Didn't he bring Kinnear in at that point as well?
God, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? What was going on there? Did you ever listen to his interview? I never forget that Talk Sport one.
Aye, were you trying to piss out his face?
Yeah, just... What the fuck? Like, what is going on there, man?
Mate, these are the people Ashley employs. But we're not allowed to have an opinion.
He just turns into a fucking circus.
It is a circus.
Absolute circus.
And they keep saying he's a clever businessman as well, but that ain't good business, like, bringing Joe Kinnear in, like. That's not good business, like.
Well, he thought it was because he played in Peanuts.
Twice. Not once, twice.
He thinks it's great business because he pays him £50 a game.
It's one of those things.
It just depresses the fuck out of you, doesn't it? Like, it
got him in on a
gets to me.
0-hour contract, minimum wage. He thought was brilliant.
It's one of those things as a Newcastle fan, you're never ever going to win as a Newcastle fan against these pundits. Because
you're not. No, of course you're not.
They've always got something bad and negative to say against Newcastle fans. There's always this urban myth of Newcastle fans being deluded and that we want to compete with Man City. Yes, we want to compete with Man City. Everyone wants to compete with Man City. It's bullshit to have a go out with a thing in that. But are we expecting to compete with them? No. Are we expecting to compete with the likes of Bournemouth? Wolves, I know Wolves have just been taken over, but they're still spending more money. They're a brand new club in regards to the Premier League. Fair enough, they're being bought out. But look back 12 years ago, we had been bought out by this fucking millionaire.
Oh no, I totally agree.
It's like everyone around it is moving and we're stuck, and if anything we're going back over, and we're now at a chance where we've got a manager of Rafa Benitez calibre, and we're fucking idiot of an owner is just going to let that slip away.
Yep.
And he's trying his hardest, I think, right now to get as many people out in the media to make Rafa not want to stay. I think at the end of the day he's going to be gone at the end of the season anyway.
But if Ashley is still here at the end of the season, Rafa's walking.
Of course he is.
How shit is that, man?
100%.
To have this opportunity that we'll have, and it's going to go.
It just shows you how much of an idiot the man
so,
actually is.
Saying all of that, you're still going to go back? Well, I debated a few weeks ago, thinking of it now after we've just spoke like this, and he walked.
He's shitting on one. He is shitting on one.
That would be me. That would be me done. Honestly, it would be me done.
Especially because, like we were just discussing before we started recording this, no one would be shocked if the likes of Allardyce would come in.
And I think he'd be the one, like. And I definitely wouldn't go back.
Imagine that we lose Rafa Benitez and the likes of Sam Allardyce comes in and takes over.
When Allardyce was there, it was absolutely...
Even Allardyce isn't thick-skinned enough, surely, would come back anyway. Surely not.
Not after he was down the road.
We're stuck with Ashley. It's not going to change, and I know. Fair enough, people are protesting as much as they fucking can, but nothing's changed.
It's not going to change.
It's never going to change unless he wants to go.
Stand outside giving the staff chocolate bars. I'm telling you, it's not going to do now. But respect them for doing it. I know they're trying, but it's not, man. Ashley doesn't give a fuck. Doesn't care.
Tell you what, though, what was very interesting is the fact that when it went to the Houses of Parliament, that got him rattled.
Yeah.
So much so that he released a letter.
Well, Johnny did.
To the public. Well, still.
Ashley's probably still.
It's coming from there.
To be honest with
you. But again, the letter that he put back out in response, again, out in the public eye so that people believe it, just gets picked to pieces because everything within it is lies.
You've got
wrong.
You've got people at the minute. You've got the likes of other podcasts saying, "Oh, there's an invite for you, Dennis Weiss." Now it is Dennis. You're not getting invited to this one. Fuck you. Don't even want to be in here. You fucking horrible little twat. Like, no. Fuck you. I don't want to ask any questions because once again you're just an arsehole. It doesn't matter what you're asking.
He's not going to come and answer them because
he's blocked everyone. He can't see them anymore.
But it's not part of the agenda to give an honest
opinion. Yeah.
Opinion. He's given the opinion he's been told to give.
Gravy tits on being sports.
That's what doesn't always though is that he's not even prepared to like sort of like listen to what the real concerns are and the real facts of the matter. It's just the wall's up. This is my opinion and that's all I care about. Mm-hmm. That's just shit, man. It's just shit. It's no good. Well, Mark Douglas, he's
been blocked.
He got blocked off him for like literally saying like I didn't know what he said. It wasn't out actually. It was nothing. And you're thinking like just sums up who he is. He's just an absolute little rat.
He was a little prick as a player.
He's a coward. He's an absolute coward. He can't even come in and justify or clarify his comments because
he was even a prick in the jungle.
I wish I'd have left him in the
jungle. Left him there, I know. Stupid twat.
I'm really hungry now.
Yeah.
I used to hate him as a player.
Oh, I never liked him. No, never ever.
I remember Shola's debut when he went up to him
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dennis Wise stared at his belly button.
This just went like that. Just like I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, so he's staring into Shaw's belly button. Yeah.
Because he's small.
I'm sick of talking about him. I don't want to hear anything else about him.
I feel like we'll have to move on. Everyone has to just move on.
He's not important.
We've heard about concerns and how much we hate him and he's a twat and everything he's saying is lies. If he's on BN Sports next week, cracking on again, we just need to just fucking just leave it. Don't even mention him. Don't even just.
It's so hard, though, isn't it?
I know it's
Not
hard,
right.
but I just wouldn't. Just didn't bother. Just
Like remember when the
like
likes of Ian Wright was slating Newcastle fans because of Pardew. He was defending Pardew left, right, and centre. It's that, but
again, he's changed his tune.
on a bigger scale, yeah,
He's changed his tune because now he understands. He sees. He still hasn't came out and said I was wrong.
Ian Wright wouldn't. Crikey.
But
he at least understands what we are going through as fans and why we.
Apparently
the
the likes
way
of
that we're doing stuff like
Keith
that.
Bishop, he was in the ground again at the weekend against Spurs. He was sat next to Charlie.
Because the fucking Spurs fans, aren't they?
It's true. It's only going to get worse, isn't it? This is going to go on for the rest of the season.
I know, and that's what worries us. Like, it's not good, is it?
You've got Rafa's people. It's all politics.
Yeah.
And fair enough to Rafa.
God, January, man. When we didn't sign anyone or whatever's going to happen. God almighty, it's going to be absolutely.
Well, it depends
Ashley,
what happens between now and then.
Yeah, if we're in the shit, he'll spend. There's no doubt
he has
about it.
to.
Mike Ashley is not selling this club. He is not actively trying to sell this club.
You know
He's
what?
been trying to sell this club for 8 years.
But he's not actively trying to sell the club. And again, as Carragher said, if you were actively trying to sell the club,
You put the asking
you
price
would
down.
exactly.
Yeah.
He
You would be
explained it really well.
realistic in it.
He said
He
if you put your
doesn't
house on
want
the
to sell
market
the
for
club.
10 years and you haven't even had any interest, you're clearly putting your house up for too much value. You're trying to sell that for far too, like more than what it's worth. He's doing exactly the same in this club, and fair enough,
Yep.
the TV money keeps on going up and up and up and up. But you're saying, I'm not going to sell this off to asset strippers. That's what he's doing.
Aye. You know what annoys me the most about it is as part of the debt that he has is debt that is of his own doing, because it's debt that was when he bought when he bought the club, because he didn't do his
that's
due
right.
diligence.
Yeah.
There was already outstanding debt that
At the
the club
club.
owed.
Yeah. So
He cleared that debt.
by that we
Well,
Right?
yeah.
You cleared that debt because you didn't realise at the time when you bought the club that debt existed. You're an idiot. That
He's a
isn't
clever
the club's.
businessman now,
That
apparently.
isn't the club's debt. That is your debt.
And let's be honest, there's £100 million debt. This once again, this interest-free loan which he just went and spunked how much 90 million on House of Fraser. That's close to what the debt was.
Aye, but
And
that's,
Debenhams.
it's not his. It's not just his money, though, is it? Really,
Well,
it's
it's
like a
shareholders
pool
and
of.
everything,
So
yeah.
it's I don't. I was of the opinion that that's different money, it's separate money, blah 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 blah. But
Is
I
it?
didn't know because when we're making profit left, right, and centre, and we're not spending them.
Where's it going?
Where's it going to go?
Where is it going?
It's not sitting in a fucking castle somewhere.
The thing is, a fans
It's
forum
gone
meeting
in
will
his
probably
bank.
come up.
It's scant of wallpaper, remember?
The fans forum meeting will probably come up, and I don't want to say the fans forum much. It's pointless.
Well, they're not allowed to ask the questions that
Well,
really
you ask the
matter.
questions, they don't answer.
Exactly.
It's a
That's the thing,
it's a
yeah.
pointless scenario, and I appreciate people involved are trying their best to make it more fans connected and that sort of thing. But
You see how many open letters have been handed out?
I'm sick of seeing letters, mate.
God, everyone has been doing that open letter.
Newcastle
Yeah,
fan
but-
base like a
but that's-
postal office at the
but that's
moment.
really
because,
is, like-
because
Everyone must be
there's
saying,
no
"Oh,
way of having discussions with the club. There's no
I know, but
the door is shut. So the only thing that you can do is to get it out in the press.
but I didn't know what
It's-
it
it's-
is.
it's- well,
Staying now, it's getting Dennis Wise on the fucking
and this
telly,
is
that's what
this
it's
is
doing.
where
Like,
we were
it's
when we were
not
sitting
worth
a
it, man.
few weeks ago talking about if Rafa goes, we goes. What's the point? What is the point? It's never going to change. And just like Craig Bellamy said, it's not going to change. We should expect it. He's fucking right. We know for a fine well he's not going to spend money. He's not going to sell the club. He's not going to take us forward. We live in hope that he'll do it. We'll get ourselves so wound up about it, but when you fucking think about it, you know he's not going to do it. So the little Welsh prick's right.
I really want to cry.
It's a fucking depressing situation. And it is so annoying because we know as fans that we've got the basis to do something. We've got the manager there World-class manager that can take us places. If he gets a bit of investment, he can move us forward.
Yep.
It's never going to happen where that fat cunt owns us.
On that
No,
note.
on that note.
Right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope I haven't depressed you too much.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, on a positive note,
I'm back.
Newcastle United is going to be here a lot longer than what Mike Ashley is, and
true.
he's probably going to be dead before the majority is.
He's only one man.
A very
We are a
big
city.
man.
We are a club.
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 Bye.
Love you.